I did something really goofy today. I cut up all the names and everything for the contest and pulled it out, had it up in the hat and everything. Was getting ready to pull stuff out and the damn camera wasn't on. This is what I get for using the webcam, and it didn't come on. So it didn't make any sense to do it again. But Rob Anderson is the winner of the What's Glendon Cameron's Background. I was in contract office furniture. Was in the military. He put a lot of little stuff in there. But he wasn't first. There were many people who actually knew who I was, what I did. And for the long-time listeners, I want to say thanks. Appreciate you contributing to the thread and the contest. So, you will have to get back with me, Rob, and I'll send you out that gift card. Moving on. Yes, I'm combining stuff here. There's been a lot of conversation about the Hustler Mindset Project and the audio book club. There are a lot of folks who are kind of going with the book club and they're like, I'll just go ahead and get the full thing. Okay, for the record, the audio book club is an inclusive feature of the Hustler Mindset Project. You sign up for that, you get that. Just as a breakdown, as a subscriber to the Hustler Mindset Project, the only thing that you pay for, and there's two things. Anything that happened before you showed up, you get at a 50% discount. If you want a one-on-one personal consulting, I charge $300 to non-members. For Hustler Mindset members, it's $100 an hour because you're part of the fam. Those are the only two things that you pay for if you are a part of the Hustler Mindset Project. That's it. Anything that happened before you showed up, you get a discount. But the minute you sign up, anything that comes in from the minute you signed up going forward is part of membership. So I just thought I would put that out there because I had a few people convert because they did the audio club and it's like, whoa, let me just go ahead and get everything. So just putting it out there. We're going to talk about business today. This is a story, and it goes back to the 80s. One of my first businesses that I started. And the title of this joint, How to Not Start a Business. We live in an age with pricing compression. What that means is how to make it cheaper, how to make it cheaper, how to make it cheaper. And that's what people are predicated on. And there are some people that start a business based on price. In the 80s, I thought that was a really good strategy. I don't know if you ever heard of Inc. magazine or Entrepreneur, and there was these other ones that would be in the grocery store and you would buy them and there was all these offers in the back. It's like, hey, you send us $39 and we'll teach you how to make $200,000 a year, right? I was stupid. I sent away for stuff. I spent, thousands of dollars on that crap. And I actually got one that was halfway decent. You get a catalog, stuff's real, and there's a price in the catalog for customers, and then you can essentially buy a wholesale. So what I did, thinking that I would be doing the right thing by people, by focusing on price, looking out for the fellow man, trying to give them the best deal possible. I mean, I was in it. I was up in the barracks. I was in the military at the time when I did this. So I had figured out that if I could do 20% and get the volume, I would be golden. Didn't happen like that. Because see, I didn't have enough business experience to realize that 20% was going to have other fees and chargebacks and returns, because I was selling stuff, the price was good, people liked it, the quality of merchandise was, it was okay. It wasn't top notch, but it was passable. And I had a few returns, I had a few people who were not happy, and I had this money back guarantee, right? Well, 2 returns completely obliterated my profit margin out of 22 sales because my margins were so low. And it taught me a lesson. That business lasted about 8 months. I really probably made $100 a month, $150 extra. And I had a part-time job. Yes, I was a hustler. Yeah, in the military, part-time job, and selling shit. I made more money in 2 days working at Cobb General Hospital on the weekends. I worked every other weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I made more money working 2 days, sitting down, often had free lunch because, the drug reps would always bring stuff by and there was always stuff in the refrigerator. Never had to buy lunch. I was just like, it didn't make any sense. So I got away from that because the thing is, the first 5 businesses I had, I did have a job. I started off part-time and I fucked up. But the beauty of that is from each business, I learned something to carry into the next business. That's why I tell you, get started. This waiting until the right time, it's never going to come. It's just never going to come. And that's one of the reasons that I have the pricing strategy that I have today. Because there are people like, could you make it more affordable? Yes, I could. Could you offer free, a month free? Sure, I could. I choose not to. For the simple fact is, what I've learned in these last 3 years is people respect what they pay for. The more they pay, the more they respect. And I'm going to give you an example. Certain collectible cars, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 or more. A guy would buy one of these cars, pay all of this money, and will not drive that car in the rain. And if they drive it in the rain, they're going to go to a steam cleaner and have the undercarriage steam cleaned again so it's looking all fresh and sexy and clean. Their regular car, they paid 20, 30, 40 grand for, they beat the shit out of it. The more you pay for something, the more you respect it. When you're putting together a business, if your aim is to have the lowest price, you're in trouble. If your business is built on price only, you're in trouble. It's always been like that, but it's even more pronounced now than it's ever been before in history. So that's the deal with the hustler mindset. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to be unkind to anyone. It's not for everyone. When I put it together, it was loosely framed up, and then people got in and they liked it. And I said, I need to make it better. Because see, that's my whole thing. I'm going to make it better, and I'm going to add value. And with me being the capitalist that I am, I'm going to raise the price. That is the deal. That's what's going to happen. Because it's some good information. I just got off the phone with someone that has this beautiful story. They've been with me 2.5 years. In the last 8 months is when it really took off. And that's another thing. These expectations of making money or getting put on so quick, they're erroneous and they're going to keep you poor. Because what it does is it puts you in the position to be a trend hopper. Well, this is hot this week, and this is hot this week, and this is hot this week. And you're all over the place and you never have built anything of substance. There's a saying, you often buy capacity in advance of needing it. And it's very true, which means you're going to put some work in, you're going to pay some dues, you're going to do these things long before the money comes in. Now, let's talk about YouTube, because everybody wants to get on YouTube. Everyone wants to make some videos. And the thing is, making videos, if you don't have the right equipment, it can be murder on your machine. If you have old computers, rendering a video can lock your shit up for hours. If you have an iPhone or an Android, you can make really good videos very cheaply and upload them from your phone. Except the thing is, then you have to use the YouTube editor and you don't get all the effects that you can if you do it from a desktop. And I'm just going to give you a breakdown. For $500, and that's including buying a used computer, you can get yourself a nice rig to make YouTube videos. I suggest you have a separate computer for you to process your videos, because videos are hard on the processor. Hard, hard, hard. And if you got a little extra cheese, go out and get your new computer, i7 chip. Make sure you get at least 4 gigs of RAM. If you can get 8, even better. Because it's going to work your machine. And that's just the easy part, because this is the thing. I was in the military. I started 10 businesses now. Because Conundrum Publishing was 9. Conundrum Medium is 10. It takes time. And with this YouTube thing, and this is something about getting started and not giving up. If I didn't have that, I'm going to make this shit happen. When I first started doing YouTube, I would get like 30, 40, maybe 50 views in a week. See, all of you new guys, and that's anybody that came after 2011, You have the benefit of a community that did not exist. 2009, I came on YouTube. There was maybe 50 resale guys total. 50, if that many. And there was only, out that 50, about 20 that were really active. The other 30 were like here, there, put up a video every 6, 7, 8 months, which is their right. So this community that exists now, you have a benefit that I did not have. You can go out, you can network, and you can get your views up. But I'm about to hip you up to something else. YouTube has totally changed up how your video is found. Getting all of your friends and your buddies to look at your videos is only going to go so far. You're going to have to do something else where people find your videos through search engines. That's where the real money is. I can't tell you what I make, but it would pay a mortgage. It's worth it for me to sit here and wax and wane about my life, business, and bullshit and Craigslist stories. It's worth it for me because, shoot, the first week of the month, I'm well past that $100 mark to get a check. I've been getting a check from, I've been a YouTube partner, what is it, almost 2 years now? I made enough. It took 3 months for me to get my first check because I didn't have enough sense to go back and monetize all of my videos. It took me 3 months, and then after that, I've been getting a check ever since. So that's where it is. Your friends, your buddies, getting everybody to come on, that's not going to help you. You have got to have some way where someone's going to Google you. And also another thing, you start making videos, don't stop. I don't care how tired you are of it. Don't stop, because the minute you stop, unless you get a burner, you will drop in the YouTube rankings. YouTube used to be, if your video was old, and it can still work. If your video's old and it has a lot of views, it'll continue to get a lot of views because YouTube's going to push it up because a lot of views express popularity. But if you put out some stuff and you're still building, and you drop the ball, and you don't have at least one video in the 30 to 50K range, you're going to disappear off the radar because YouTube is very much Janet Jackson, 1987, what have you done for me lately? If you're not doing something hot, if you're not really networking, you're only going to go so far. It's going to take time. You're going to have something different. You're going to have something special. And you're going to have to be able to grind it out. And this is what, I said something a while ago and people got really offended. I was like, look, if you're brand new, you probably need to stay off YouTube and work on your business. And people are like, oh no, I'm on YouTube, not gonna. It's like you completely missed the point. If you do not have a significant knowledge base, you're gonna run out of material. That's the danger. The danger is not coming up and putting out great material for a few weeks or a few months. That's cool. What are you gonna do for the next year? What are you gonna do for the next 2 years? What are you gonna do for the next 3 years? All of this is under the umbrella of how not to start a business. When I started this YouTube channel, I had enough content on a notebook for 2 years. Concepts, ideas, partially written out. I had content for 2 years before I made my first video. And you folks coming in and they're seeing people with a YouTube channel and they're doing hangouts and it looks sexy and fun and they want to be part of the party with little regard to the larger picture. First and foremost, this channel was created to push my products. I didn't create it to be anyone's fucking buddy, pal, get to know anyone. Those things happen over time and I welcome the friends I've made, and I'm grateful for them. I've met a lot of cool people. But the primary goal of Glendon 007 was to push the storage auction book. That was the main reason I did this channel. And every decision was designed and made to further that aim. Now, people come on, I started the channel, don't hate me, don't bash me. I'm like, you're looking like scared little bitches. Scared little bitches. Because number one, my website, let's talk about some stuff that's happened to me. let's talk about some stuff that happened to me. I've had people go out and create fake Glendon 00 or 007, all kinds of ways to fuck with people. That went on for about a year. I had my website, Urban Pack Rack, hacked and deleted not once, not twice. Let's talk about websites being hacked and deleted. All right. I didn't know, because the hosting service that I used, I called him up and I said, this happened. And the guy was like, oh, no problem. He said, what day was your site live? And I went back to that date. He did some stuff. Bam, my site was back up. My site got hacked and deleted again. Made that phone call. Doop, doop, doop. The shit was back up. So if you spend the money on the proper infrastructure, even when this shit happens, you can still rise. I've had people climb up into my background. I've had people call local storage auction folks to be disappointed when it's like, yeah, he was out here. I've had all kinds of shit that went on for the last 3.5 years. And the first year, let's talk about that. Everyone was like, that you're lying. You cannot get that shit out of a storage unit. You're lying. You should stop it. You should be ashamed of yourself. No one's ever going to lose anything like that. Yeah, you bought a unit for $1 and made $62K. No, you're lying. Then, boom, the TV shows came on. Boom, the people bought my books. Boom, folks start commenting, Glendon, it's just like you've been saying for years out there. I bought a unit. I got Rodney the Roach, Roscoe the Rat. Oh, I got some stripper units, and the girl had nothing but stripper gear and all these high-heel shoes. I got this, and I got that. And I actually made $1,200 at a garage sale, like, because I bought your book. And, I got your storage auction book, and I'm out there with the regulars, and I don't feel like a newbie. Validation after validation after validation. I don't have dozens of validation points. I have hundreds. Hundreds. And you cannot like me, which is cool. Everyone's entitled to their personal opinion. But you can't doubt me or disregard me, because there are many people who have my name in their mouth and I don't even know who the fuck they are. Why are you talking about me if I'm irrelevant? Actions speak louder than words. So all this stuff, you want to be a YouTube star, let's be real. And I'm about to hit you up with some other knowledge. I was the guy that came on YouTube and said, I have a product and I advertised, I want to sell you the book. There ain't no shame in my game, because I think you are a scary little bitch if you're going to come out later on with some product or something, and then, because when your guys is, you're coming out to help people for free. I think it's bullshit. Everyone has an agenda. No one comes on YouTube just to share and give advice with no intent. And understand, agendas are cool. That means you have a plan. I got respect for you. But this whole we are the world namby-pamby bullshit, as the story I told you in the beginning of this video, those folks didn't care that I was hurting and I was looking out for them. They didn't give a damn. When you see that a store's going out of business and there's all of this merchandise and it's at rock bottom prices, it's like 90% off retail, deals galore, and you go in there and you buy that stuff, do you think that the owner of that store may be losing his house? He may be going through a divorce because of the financial strain. He may not be able to see his kids. You don't give a fuck. It's all about you and your deals. You're not thinking, because for every massive foreclosure, rock bottom liquidation sale, there is a dirty, dark, painful story on the other side. I've had business friends go out of business and lose it all. Business, wife, kids, start drinking. So this whole thing about, looking out for the fellow man, and I've said this in many videos, and I'm going to say it again in this one. If your ass ain't going to a homeless shelter to help someone, you're not donating money to a cause, you're not doing that shit, but you're just coming on YouTube talking about, you're this charitable person, I think you're full of shit. Because the people that I know, and I have a really good friend who just amazes me. Because she called me one Saturday. She's like, look, can you come out? And I was like, what? She's like, well, I'm doing this donation thing, and some people were supposed to come, and no one's come. We don't have enough people. And I was like, yeah, I'd come out. And I get there, and she's been doing this charitable work for years, and I've known her for years. She's never said a word. She's never said a word. And I was just like, I looked at her with brand new eyes. I was like, damn, I knew you were a good person, but you are like freaking an angel. The things that she does. People, they don't talk about that. They don't talk about it. And I have another friend like that. And I was like, so let's just keep it real. We are all staunch opportunists. There's only some of us that have the courage to fucking say it. Not only do I have the courage to say it, I have the fucking ability to pull it off. So that's my how not to start a business, a little rant, a little juice, a little information, because there's some new stuff that's coming to this channel, and it's going to be off the fucking chain. Now, something else. I use the word fuck quite a bit. Fuck, hold on, double fuck, triple fuck, quadruple fucking fuck. Okay, if that type of language offends you to the point that you don't want to watch my channel, that's your choice. But if something as simple as that offends you, my personal opinion, you ain't going to make it as a business person. Because if the word fuck can throw you off, you ain't seen nothing until you had to fuck with code enforcement, until you had to fuck with a lawyer. Did you have to fuck with a landlord that was trying to jack your rent by 2 times? You dealing with credit PayPal holding 32 grand of your fucking money. eBay, wake up, all your shit's gone. But through all that, the book bitch incident, I'm still here. Because see, this is the thing. This YouTube channel was started with a plan, which evolved and changed. But it was started with a plan, and that's why it's still here. And that's why I'm still doing stuff, and that's why I'm still talking to you, because it was a plan. It was contrived. It was a scheme, if you want. I'm going to do this, and there were written goals and metrics that I've expanded. I had on my goal sheet to make YouTube partner. That was a plan. I told a friend, he laughed at me. It's only kids who are YouTube partners. People laughed at me. I'm going to start a blog and make some money. Oh, you can't make money with a blog. Well, I'm going to do this. Well, man, maybe you need to get back in storage auction business, because, that stuff's like, I don't know about that. And see, this is the biggest thing that I'm going to give you on how to not start a business. Don't start a business with a lack of faith in yourself. You're going to have haters. You're going to have crazy people. You're going to have jealous people. You're going to have family members. You're going to have all of these people that are just going to line up to try to rain on your parade. Seriously. And unless you have the determination, the toughness. Because see, the thing is, lesser people have been taken out. I said in a video recently, 75% of the people you see making videos in the resale community this time will not be here. When you went to college and you had one of those cranky ass professors, look to your left, look to your right. When you graduating day, that's how many people will not be here. That shit's real, because the deal is, it's sexy to get started, but it takes being a man, it takes being a woman to keep it going. And that's where people start to fall to the wayside. Because sometimes I'm up 2 o'clock in the morning working on stuff. There's nobody around. There's no cheerleading squad. There's no one bringing me any drinks. There's no one serving me, but I'm working. And that's what I suggest to you. If you're a resale person and you think that, you're going to get a lot of benefit from making videos and putting them up, go ahead. But I'm going to tell you something, and this is something I've noticed. The folks who make the most videos, and see, this is my business. I get paid to make videos. I get paid more than most people make part-time picking to make videos. Your business is going to suffer because your eye is off the prize and you have no goals. So this is my advice to you. If you're going to make videos on YouTube, they should align with your business goals if you're going to put a lot of time into them. If you do it here and there, it doesn't really matter. But if you're really making a heavy emotional investment in making videos and expecting a short-term payoff, hold on. Yeah, right. 14 months grinding. 14 months grinding. No AdSense, none of that. But I was making sales on my blog. But once again, it was a plan. You don't start a business without a plan. A lot of people do that. It's like in one of my writing groups, there's like, plotters and pantsers, where people just, it's real sexy to sit down and just write something beautiful just off the top of your head. I am a plotter. My first book, I outlined the chapters and it got done. Every book, everything I'm doing now is planned out. I'm a plotter. I'm not, because you as a writer, you could go ahead and pants it all you want to, and next thing you know, you're in this rabbit hole in a place called Buckwalk, Iowa, and ain't shit else happening, and next thing you know, you've lost the focus of your story because you're pantsing. Look, this is a business, and I've accomplished a dream. I wanted to write a book and put it out there and have people read it, and that happened. But with that, if you don't up your game, you will be crushed by the game. And a lot of people don't understand that. They're kind of looking at it like, can't we just keep it a certain way? No, everything in history changes. People talking about that saying, the more things change, the more that's bullshit. We live in a society of rapid, amazing, wonderful change. Awesome change. And you have the ability to take a shot at it. But if you just do shit in a vacuum with no plan and hope for the best, sometimes it's going to work out. But I'm telling you, with this YouTube thing, probably not. Unless you're blonde with some big boobs and you can get a bunch of guys to watch you. I mean, seriously. If you know a blonde chick with big boobs, just call up and say, hey, would you sit in front of the camera for 5 minutes and talk about nothing? And you'll get more views than anybody in the resale channels. You'll get way more views because that's where people's interests are. If you're in the resale business, very few people are really interested in doing the business. They want to see what you got from the business. They're not really interested in getting the business. The business ain't that hard. You go out, you buy some shit, you sell it. And you keep doing it. And you keep doing it. And you make a commitment. That's it. But people are looking for all kinds of shiny objects and special magic pills that they can pop and instantly be successful. And it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So that's the end of my rant. That's the information. So as always, like, share, comment, and leave a smart-ass comment. I'm looking for some smart-ass comments. I'm probably going to do another contest in a little while. I just hadn't figured out how I'm going to do it because got some big stuff that's coming up. And you definitely want to be part of it. All right, this is Glendon, and I'll see you on the good side.